Hello and welcome to my channel. Today we're going to be talking about, is your life like a shot? Welcome. You know who it is. It's Big Al, baby. And I'm in the house. You better watch your mouth. Hello, everybody, and welcome to my station. Today we're going to be talking about, is your life like a shot? When you think about basketball, you always think about the person making the shot, the game-winning bucket. But before you even make that game-winning bucket, there is a lot of preparation. I remember in this same court when I was a young teen, playing countless of games here. But even before that, when I was growing up as a young boy in my father's house and in my mother's house, I used to practice basketball all the time. I started at 9 years old. And I remember those days being 9 years old, I couldn't even put the ball in the basket. And it frustrated me. Just like a lot of times in our lives, we are frustrated with things we can't control. And what happened to me as a young boy, I just kept practicing and practicing and practicing. As I grew taller, I just kept practicing. And I remember when I was a young teenager, it used to rain and I would practice. It used to snow. I used to shovel the snow off the court and play. My dad thought I was crazy. He used to say, "Hey, Alan, what are you doing? It's snowing out, you're playing basketball, it's raining out." And when you play basketball in the rain, when you dribble a ball and the court is wet, the ball's gonna drop. It's not going. There's no bounce to the ball because the water absorbs the ball. And so many times in our lives, as we go on, we see that things in our lives are like that. We practice, we practice, we practice, and things seem not to go right. Things seem to go all wrong. Just like the basketball player that's shooting that shot and he's missing the whole game. He's having a bad game. And sometimes we look at people like that that's having a bad game. Oh, they didn't put in the practice. But that's not true. I remember there was a point in my life where I was practicing life, and things were not working out in my life. Things seemed to stall. Things seem to bounce off the rim like that ball when you shoot it. You know, it's not that game-winning shot. It's not that makeable shot when everybody's cheering for you. Yeah, he made the shot. But when you miss the shot, people start booing you. So your life goes like that sometimes. Sometimes you're in the season of your life where things are totally going left when you want to go right. There's detour after detour in your life. You're praying. You're doing all you know to do. God is on your side. You're saying, "God, help me." But all at the same time, you're missing that shot, baby. This is Big Al talking to you. And I know how it is to miss shots. I know how it is to make game-winning shots. I've been there when your life is just smooth, just like frosting on a cake. I know what that's like. But also, when you're going around those detours, you want to get back on that main road. And a lot of times in life, that main road seems so far away from you. But I know how that is. But there is always ways to get back to that main road. Let me tell you, it's a process, just like the basketball player. It takes him countless of practices to keep shooting, to have that confidence. And it's confidence. It's not just about shooting and practicing. It's when you get that ball in your hand, man, when you get that ball, your life is in your hands. You got to have the confidence that you're going to succeed. Like when that basketball player gets that ball and he's shooting that game-winning shot, or he's open and he's going to nail that game-winning shot, he has to have the confidence to tell himself, "I can make that shot." So you have to have the confidence in your life to say, "I can make it. I can accomplish my goals. I can accomplish those things that God has set before me in this life. You can do it. When you got that ball in your hand and when you want to make that pass to that open man, so when you're transforming your life and you're helping others and you're doing all you know what to do, the reward is in your hand. Just like when you pass that ball to the guy that's open and he catches it, your teammate, and he shoots it and he makes that game-winning shot and people are cheering and people are going, yeah, that was great. How is it when things go the other way? You passed him the ball or you fumbled the ball. Your life is fumbling now. And you fumble the ball. But see, one thing I love about basketball, when you fumble the ball, there's always the next play. There's always regrouping. There's always saying, you know what? I'm not going to make that mistake the next time. I'm not going to do that the next time. So I have to have that confidence in myself that the process that I'm applying to my life today, that I'm not going to go through that. I'm not going through that anymore. I'm not going to go through that situation. Whether it's financial, whether it's a relationship, whatever it may be in your life, you say, I'm not going to go through that process. I'm not going to go through that hope. I'm not going to fumble that ball again. I'm not going to make that wrong pass. I'm not going to throw it out of bounds. Even though your life may be on a detour, you might be going around and around and around, and you seem like you can't find the right road. I tell you what, you pray and you ask God, you say, God, help me to find the right road. And you know what? God will. When we put our faith and trust in Him, God will help us find the right road. And it's not easy, folks. It's not easy. I just remember time and time, when you're making preparation in life and when you're going through things in life, a lot of times you're alone. You feel alone. You feel inadequate. You feel like nobody's your friend. But a lot of times when we go through those things, it is the preparation. It is the growth spot. It is the building, because God is the God who builds your life. And sometimes you have to be alone. And sometimes you have to strategize. And a lot of times you have to write things down. A lot of times you got to look at yourself in the mirror and say, I'm a champion. I am a champion. I have the victory. You have to tell yourself that. When you're shooting that basketball and you're by yourself and you're practicing, you have to see that ball going in the rim. If you don't see that ball going in the rim, then what good is shooting? You got to have the confidence. So have confidence in yourself and in your life and say, you know what? I'm going to make that game-winning shot. Better yet, I'm going to make that shot. I'm a conqueror. I can do this. My life is to succeed, not to fail. If I think failure in my life, I'm going to be a failure. But if I think success in my life, I'm going to be a success. And going back to when I was a kid, I played countless days on this court. I mean, countless, hours. And me and my friends used to say, we want to play at least 3 or 4 games where we don't lose, so we can stay on the court. There was at least 10 guys here, 10 deep. So we know we would have to wait at least 10 games to get back on the court. Don't let your life be like that. Don't let your life be like, I want to wait for the next thing. You keep proceeding and you keep stepping in life and allow God to dictate to you your future. Not yourself, not grandma, not granddaddy, not your co-worker. You allow God to dictate to you your life. And when you're going to hit that game-winning shot, Jesus is going to be the one in your corner cheering with you. He's your coach. He's the best coach you could ever have, is Jesus Christ. So allow Him to coach you. Allow His word to motivate you, to give you that confidence to make that game-winning shot. I want to thank you once again for tuning in to Big Al's Life Journey. See you next episode.